Hey, it's Dorleen, and today I'm working on a layout that's going to be on the second side of this one. So I grabbed all the same pattern papers that I used for that original layout. So I wanted them to coordinate, and this time I decided to put the two photos just up, stacked on top of themselves. And as I'm fussing around, I realize I need that brown piece of paper to be 6 by 12 piece, so I just cut that with my trimmer, and then I'm going to lay the photos on top and then decide what I'm doing next. Now I still had a piece or a strip of that arrow, that orange arrow piece, so I knew I was going to use that on one of the sides, so I needed a second side. So I grabbed that paper and I'm just cutting off a piece. It's a little bit less than a half an inch, only because I'm following the or I've cut between the arrow strips, if that makes any sense. But it works perfectly because that's what, again, I'm trying to use the same pattern papers so that the two different layouts, even though the designs don't really flow together, using the same papers definitely makes them flow. And you'll see at the end that I just happened to put the striped paper in the right direction. I didn't even think about it until at the end when I saw it. So it does match up perfectly. With this coral piece of paper, I used them as triangles in the original layout, but I didn't think triangles would really work with this one, and I just kind of thought, ooh, I'll just put a random strip right in the middle of those photos. And then I decided I'm going to move it down a little bit. I thought it was a little bit more pleasing to the eye. So if you recall, I did put together a kit for all my hiking photos and outdoor photos. So I just grabbed some elements from there that I thought would work. That bright green quote, I just found it the other day, and even though it technically doesn't match as far as color scheme, I just really thought it looked cute, and I liked the sentiment or the quote on there as well. So I'm using that as the base for my cluster, and this is not a super huge cluster, just a couple of tags or labels. That little green, what looks like a diamond, the way it's shaped, was part of some embellishments that I had swapped years ago, and the last one I'll probably use from that. And then these stickers were thrown in my kit, and I really liked what this one says, and so I just decided I'm going to put that there. I do end up journaling on the larger label, but I don't think I show it because I had a couple of pages of this one particular hiking trip, so I didn't need a whole lot of journaling, but it's always nice to have a little bit of journaling just to add a little extra information. So I'm fiddling around with the placement of this cluster, and I'm only going to do the one, and that's when I'm, again, I'm just kind of fiddling around, and then I realized that little, like I said, I'm calling it a diamond piece, that it just isn't working as a diamond. So I grabbed one of my circle punches, and I ended up just punching it into a circle, and I like the way that looks much better. So there you go. So once I decided it all up, I did take a picture of it, and then I'm going to start adhering things together. It always seems like no matter how much I fuss and decide perfectly where I want things, when I take them off to put adhesive, it never ends up being in the exact same spot. But that's okay because it's still, about the same. So the one thing that's fun about this hiking album is I'm really kind of reliving some of our trips, and I realize we need to hike more again. That was a lot of fun. And, when in 2020, a lot of people, we weren't able to go indoors, so a lot of people were going outdoors. And that was a good excuse to get some really good hiking trips in. This was a local spot, but probably the favorite of all the local spots that we did. But anyhow, again, I'm just adhering what I had already assembled or arranged. I'm looking at the sticker sheet again, saying, is there anything else? And then I think, no, it's good the way it is. I don't want to overdo it. That's probably one of the hardest things to do when you're creating, is knowing when to stop, right? We have all these goodies we want to play with, but at some point we need to stop. with the, well, now it's a circle, but it was the diamond. And I told you I got it with the swap. Part of those had these cute little metal, I want to call them kind of like brads without the brads, if that makes any sense. So I decided to sprinkle those everywhere because I'm probably not going to use them again. So I just used some liquid glue and I'm just adhering them, into making it into like a visual triangle. And I really like that metal with it. And I also used one in the original layout. So again, everything coordinates. But I hope you like this. Please give me a thumbs up if you do. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber. I tried to do at least 2 videos a week. That was a goal for myself this year in 2022. And at least one of those videos will be of scrapbooking. The other will be any type of other scrapbooking or any other crafts that I'm doing in the command center, which is the name of my craft room and also the name of my blog. My blog address will be down below, so if you have any or need more information, all that information will be on my blog. But here's a close-up and some more close-ups of the photos and the layout. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Bye.